Good evening, BoobTube. 5:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Uh, Thursday, 2017. Thursday, October the 19th, 2017. And you can't see, but we entered the uh, east side portion of where I used to live. So let's scroll back across the street. Uh, this is a crappy east side. Did not like when I stayed over here, but uh, there's, this is the mid 90s now. You're talking about 1996. My mother had just separated from her first husband, who, like I said, passed away last October. This was still Easy Pick. No, it wasn't. I forgot the name of it then. Me and my brother came to this store so many times, but this is the east side, and you know, or you don't know, I grew up primarily on the north side of Flint. So, give you an idea, I did not like it over here. Like I said, I grew up on the north side. Most of those other places I showed you were the north side of Flint. But I did stay over here from August of 96 to February of 97. And that's next up on our where I used to live piece is uh, what is it called? Oh, yes, Oklahoma Street. That's the first place I got when I moved out on my own. All right, so I think if I'm not mistaken, uh, this is the old place right here. So you know, this is my brother went to Homedale when we stayed here. Uh, is this ain't it? I think this is it. I used to stay upstairs, and uh, my brother and my mother stayed downstairs. So I don't want to take too much time on this one because uh, but this is 1418 Jane Avenue on the east side. So it's nothing. This was during the NWO days, and uh, uh, put them off there. But anyway, this was the NWO. Oh, hey, hey, it's been yeah, but that was the Hogan NWO days, and it's a church that's coming up. Should be coming up soon. Where my mother and my brother actually stayed. uh, but as you can see here too, they've torn down homes that used to be here too. So a lot of this is not the way it used to look. But you gotta remember that was 20, 21 years ago. Man, I was walking through here and thinking to myself, what happened to my city? Look at that, another empty lot, another one here. So if you can imagine like 20, 21 years ago, these places were not abandoned lots, and you had people and kids, and I mean, there's still some over here, but most of these homes are abandoned or torn down. Uh, I didn't want to spend too much time on Jane uh, because, unlike most of the other places that I've been filming that were in the past, uh, no one was living there. I don't think, right? Uh, oh, Nasser, yes, it was when I was out in Beecher. But yeah, this is the east side of Flint. To give you some back, as a matter of fact, I remember because it was a Kroger's right down the street here that closed down. I believe this Kroger's closed down in 2015, but it was a Kroger's, which is it's an Arab store now. You know, but it was a Kroger's that we went to. What's this side street? Okay, this is a side street we used to take. Me, my mother, and my brother. Mainly it was just me and my mother who used to go to Kroger's to get our groceries when she didn't have a ride. Uh, but my mother and brother went to this church for a little while. Um, I think they were going to this church either when I stayed on Oklahoma, which I'm getting ready to show you, or when I was on Pasadena, when I got back on the north side. Uh, I guess it's the same church. But we would take this side street and go to Kroger's. And to give you an idea of what time period that was, uh, one night when we was on our way to Kroger's, or back from Kroger's, I forget. That was the night Tupac Shakur died while on life support in Vegas. So that was 1996. We moved over here in August, and he died in September. So uh, I remember some Mexicans. Now I wanted to give you the backstory of the East Side. The East Side is primarily uh, a mostly white, or was then, and it had a lot of Latinos. So it was mostly white and Hispanic. Uh, and I would walk from where I was at on Jane right here, and I would go all the way down here on Oklahoma Street, which is about a half an hour away, and I would run home. I would go over to my mama's house to wash, or a lot of times we would go grocery shopping together, and I would walk back to my house. The cab would drop us off at her home. I would help her unload her groceries. Then I would load mine up and take them to my house. Like I said, this was I stayed here from 96, from August of 96 to February of 97. Then I moved out on my own for the first time, which was February 1997, and that's Oklahoma Avenue. I'm sorry that I couldn't get you. See, like, this is an abandoned house. If my house was abandoned, uh, I would have been able to show you uh, a better picture of it, because I could just stand there and. But I stayed upstairs. Upstairs was made into almost like another apartment house, and my mama stayed downstairs. So now I'm gonna bid you all a farewell, and run a video back to get that address for you. But I think it was I forget. But anyway, it's Jane Avenue. All right, y'all. I will see you on the next part of Where I Used to Live, Oklahoma Street. Peace.